Greetings and blessings, butterflies. Welcome back. I'm Famous Diamore, and I'm here with your evolution empowerment reading for whatever sign comes out next. These evolutionary empowerment readings are here for us because we don't stay stuck in the past. We restructure, readjust, and we grow through whatever shifts are showing up for us. I would like to stress that these energies are strictly potential. You may not resonate with the energy, so make sure that you don't claim energy that does not belong to you. You only take it if it fits with your situation. My butterflies, I would like to reiterate that these messages are all about those changes, those shifts that are going on around us, and how those shifts are helping us to elevate towards the next direction, the next level in our lives that we're moving towards. We're going to find out what sign is coming up next for this particular reading. The energy that I was picking up during the time when I was pre shuffling, the song that was playing was For the Night by Music Soul Child and Aries. So this energy feels like the shift, it's going to be talking about the shift happened around a soul connection or a partnership or something, where you went on like a joint venture, something of that nature. This is giving the energy where, one energy wants to move things along, rather quickly, while the other, wants things to kind of go at a slower pace. Something about it feels very, lustful, very passionate, very, driven. That type of energy. And on the other hand, something about it feels, soulful, like, like I'm connected to it. This is meaningful for me. So those like, energies that you may be during the shift, you may be having to balance out, to figure out which way you want to go. Um, this could be about, you and a person just having different views on how something should progress. There's a conversation that is very, very relevant here. One that kind of feels like, it feels like, I'm getting, let's just try things and see how it, how it works out, how things work out, how it plays out. That type of energy. So this could be about, a job, as I stated, you can be an employer who is, ready to give someone a chance. You could also be, an employee where someone, may be seeking out your expertise, your qualities, and they're, just, wanting to try things out with you on a contingency basis, that type of thing. That's what I'm picking up. There's strong negotiation energy here, strong negotiation. And something about it feels a bit secretive though. Something about it feels, like it's on a hush hush type of deal. During the shuffle, the three of swords energy showed up, sideways. So they kind of gave me the indication that you may be still processing some sort of hurt, that may have happened before. Or this could be about you having a fear, of getting hurt. And music soul child is very relevant. That being the artist, that's very relevant because in the card for the three of swords energy, I saw some headphones. So this energy, something about this could be about around music. So making, sharing, or listening to music that is relevant somehow, some way to this situation. You could be connected to a Capricorn too, because let me see, let me make sure. I think Capricorns had music as their song. Yes, it was Capricorn. Yeah, so you may be connected to a Capricorn in this energy, possibly in Aries, because the featured artist, of this song with music, his name is Aries. So, if those energies resonate, take them, not leave them here. But someone keeps writing something and erasing it too. Because I keep seeing it. I keep seeing, crumbled up paper, balling up paper. So someone want to express something, but they may be having trouble trying to figure out the right way to do it. It's very heavy, distracted energy. Very heavy. I'm picking up. A tarot reader or someone you may be getting tarot readers. That's relevant here too. But someone doesn't know what to do about some type of heartbreak. And I'm getting this heartbreak is being discussed between, the two people, that, maybe, joining forces, uniting. I'm picking up that energy that, this heartbreak is being discussed between these two people. You could also be connected to an Aquarius. No, a Virgo. Because I'm hearing on side of me right now, Chico DeBarge, No Guarantees is playing. So Virgo had that song. Aquarius, you could connect to Aquarius as well, because I picked up that energy in the Aquarius reading. So my butterflies, all in all, just to move this reading along, get to the point of this reading. I'm hearing that, like I said, there's something being discussed. There's a discussion happening around, that heartbreak, whatever happened, whatever, did feel good, whatever, disappointment type of energy. I'm getting, energy where some that's being discussed between the two people that are joining forces. But I'm also picking up that that's being discussed amongst other friends too. So this could be, amongst other friends, co-workers, people in your community. But there's other people that's aware of this, collaboration or this work-related opportunity that you got going on. Even though you might be trying to keep a lid on things, other people, are aware of this. We're going to find out who this energy is for. It is for Libra. So there may be something, my Libras, that you may be negotiating at this point in time. Something that you may be trying to figure out, is this best for you? Is this the right fit for you? Is what I'm picking up. I'm going to get the energies that are relevant for you, my dear Libras. So show me the energies where the shifts happen for my Libras. Show me the energies where the shifts happen for my Libras. I'll do a pre-shuffle off screen. Just do a light quick shuffle on screen. Thank you all so much for being here. Your very own energy is in the center of the reading, my Libras. All right. In the most recent past energy, we have the World card. There was some type of completion. There was an energy, of wholeness that, showed up for you. You may have attained something. You may have been granted something. This energy with this mirror, something, may have been a reflection of you. The world energy, I usually, a lot of times, I pick up the world energy, as, birth, contraception, because this is also about the celebration of life. So a reflection of you may have shown up in the past, something that was being reflected back to you, something that changed your world. If you can see the hands in the card, one hand looks like, adult hands. The other hand's kind of giving, younger hands. They're smaller. They're kind of giving a young energy to me. But there's something, where, tattoo energies always give me the energy, of some type of healing that you may have experienced something that you feel like you needed to heal from, something, those type of reminders of healing. So in the most recent past, these shifts happen around you completing cycles. You stepping into energy, of feeling wholeness. And wholeness is about, that energy where you find happiness within. When you stop looking for happiness outside of yourself. You may have encountered a situation that you may have thought, was going to bring you into that energy of wholeness, but things shifted and you may have completed a cycle in a whole totally different way than you may have anticipated, my dear Libras. And with this energy of death, because this is where the shift happened, and that's the main reason why I'm saying, things may have happened in a way that, were unpredictable, a way that you may not have, been prepared for. Because the energy of death, this is, the destruction of, things that, are no longer going to be able to serve us, at this point in time in our life. This is the end of something. The death energy is change. Change that cannot be rectified. As you can see, something, may have been just totally destroyed, cremated. But there's an energy, where skeletons, skeletons, you may be having to face some type of skeletons. This is where the shift happened for you, my dear Libras. And in the energy that Spirit is currently highlighting, like I said, this is your very own energy. The Justice. This is about balance, fairness, of doing the right thing. This is about truth. This is about being equally yoked. So, someone may have in the current moment, you may be being judged, or you may be having to defend yourself in this justice energy. You may be being called to balance out situations, to actually learn how to be fair, to balance out whatever's showing up in your life. Because, if you feel any energies of unfairness, we all still have the power to be able to balance those energies out in the best way possible for ourselves. No, we can't change other people, but we can balance out energy to create a safe space for us. Once again, we just have to go within and do that work. We have to allow cycles to end, go within, do that work, and search for that balance, that equality. What you need to be able to bring, peace back and calm back into your life and into your existence. Because, when the scales are balanced, everything is calm, everything is peaceful. You may be afraid of being, having to face some type of consequences, when it comes to some a feminine energy. Because I keep noticing this is a feminine hand and nails. So you may be feeling, a bit fearful in this moment about how you're going to be judged by this feminine energy. You may not know who this feminine energy is because there's no face here. That feminine energy that could be judging you, because this is your energy, is you. It could very well be you, my beautiful Libras. This energy could be asking you to judge how you show up in your feminine qualities. Even if you are, of masculine, there's an energy here asking you to balance out that masculine and that feminine. In the energy where you can use your wisdom to help assist you with what happened in the past and what's showing up for you right now, is the energy of the Ten of Swords. This is the energy of burden. Here go another, energy with more tattoos. Like I said, there's an energy here where, you may be really, you may be wearing everything that you've been through. You may be wearing it like a badge of honor. Because that's how I see tattoos, as us honoring ourselves, honoring, things that we have been through and healed from. A lot of people get tattoos right after something has happened. They get tattoos to memorialize things. So you may be walking around wearing your struggles, wearing the energy where you feel defeated, wearing your own self-sabotage, because in some people's eyes, getting tattoos is self-sabotage. This is how you can use your wisdom. You use your wisdom by recognizing the areas where you feel defeated. And that may be in the areas where you are, seeking feminine energy, where you need that feminine energy to come towards you. Or this may be an energy where, you may be overgiven in your feminine energy. But whatever way it shows up for you, my butterflies, Spirit is highlighting this energy and saying this is where you have wisdom. You have wisdom from those times that you felt defeated. You have wisdom from those times where you were in energies of self-sabotage. This is a 10. So this is the end of a cycle. So you gained that wisdom on where you are wearing your scars, where you're wearing the energy of your defeat. You have that wisdom around that situation. And Spirit is saying the best way that you can navigate through this cycle that completed for you is by learning to balance out those energies, that light and dark energy, that feminine and masculine energy, that hopeful and pessimistic energy. And the best possible outcome energy that Spirit is highlighting for you, my dear Libras, is the Queen of Cups energy. The Queen of Cups energy is very intuitive. This is emotionally nurturing energy. See, this is very feminine. This energy, here, is sensitive. Sensitivity, the energy of nurturing yourself. These are all key components in you being able to do what you need to do to balance out the energy where you may be feeling some inequality, some unfairness. Where things, may be being judged, in this trying time, where things may be being need to be rectified. This is the justice energy. Is also about accountability. So you may be being asked at this current time to be accountable about something, and through you doing that, you're using the wisdom of the energy where you were feeling defeated. That's helping you to be able to be accountable, to recognize that you may have self-sabotaged a situation. And in the final outcome, energy spirit is going to be saying that you'll be gifted with this energy where you'll know how to nurture yourself and others, where you can tap into your own intuitive abilities to be grounded, sensitive, and sensible, where you'll be able to see clearly where the muck is in the cup. You'll be able to know just what to do when it comes to balancing out any, energies, of being all in your head with energies of emotion. We're going to get a blocked and blessed energy to clarify this, the current energy the spirit is highlighting, but the overall energy that is highlighting this energy, this tarot cards, is the energy of family, the Ten of Cups energy, emotional bliss, happiness. Another energy of attainment. So like I said, in the energy here, there may have been a pregnancy or something that was very relevant to you, something that happened around a family situation. This could be, graduation, because that's a completing the cycle. This could be around a new home. This could be about any of those things that bring, bring together that energy of family, that energy of having total happiness and bliss. Spirit, show me the energies for my dear Libras to clarify the justice energy that is in their current energies. Show me the energy for Libra. Current energy. Thank you, Spirit. All right, for you Libras, we have obsessing won't update the results. Your brain is not Google. Stop refreshing. Anxiety, overthinking, and obsession. See, this is that energy, with this energy of justice. This is how you can find that balance. You have to stop obsessing, overthinking a situation. This energy is just asking you, to balance out those energies where you're feeling anxiety, because that energy just keeps you in this Ten of Swords energy. It keeps you, feeling defeated. It keeps you in an energy where when you don't know what to do, you end up self-sabotage. You end up sabotaging situations that really was designed to bring in that energy of family. You may be steady trying to do something, trying to get fairness in a situation. I'm picking up that as well. You may be steady obsessing over trying to get fairness in a situation, because you may be trying to find a way to be nurturing. But Spirit is saying that the way to gain this energy where you can stop obsessing and overthinking a situation and being in anxiety is by releasing those mental restrictions. Something is keeping you mentally restricted. And even though, you may be seeking balance in a situation, even though you may be, strongly wanting to keep trying to do something, want to go this direction when someone else wants to pull back or slow down. You obsessing about trying to get that balance and that fairness, trying to get reciprocation is not healthy for you, my Libras. It's not conducive to the path that you're trying to be on. Because Spirit says you have the ability to step into that energy of the Queen of Cups. That energy to learn how to nurture yourself. To be sensitive, intuitive. Show me then we're going to get a celestial insight reading card for this reading so I can close it out for you, my dear Libras. I kept you all enough. Thank you, Spirit. The Spirit is strongly encouraging you, my Libras, to get out of your head. You're overthinking something. Courage. I'm aware of this energy. Leo? I think it was Leo. Or Scorpio. One of them. Anyway, courage says, courage is the power to overcome any obstacle. Are you facing tough decisions? Don't shy away. Take a leap forward and discover your own strength. This is the accountability energy that I was picking up. My Libras, you may be stressing out over having to own a situation. That energy where I was picking up, let's try something, and they slow down. That energy could just, those two different energies could just be you. This does not have to have anything to do with anybody else outside of you. This could just be you being in an overactive mind, tilting the scales back and forth. I want to rush in, slow down. I want to do something about it, but I shouldn't. Assessing about the results won't change it. It's time to be courageous, my dear Libras, because what's motivating this energy for you is the energy of you wanting that happy family, that emotional bliss. The Spirit is asking you to balance out that overactive thinking. Use your wisdom. You know what that type of thinking does for you. You know that it causes, cycles to come into completion. You know it shifts things to where things end. You understand that balance is needed in order for you to attain the things that you want, to attain the things that make you happy, to attain the things that make you feel like you're grounded in your own emotions. Until next time, my Libra.